What's going on, YouTube? Happy Sunday. I've been wanting to do this video for a while. My buddy Big D for Life keeps asking me to put this together. So I'm going to do this Bo Jackson where I'm at with this collection. But you can see in the background, I got this beautifully PAS authenticated Bo Jackson from Tecmo Bowl. Grew up on Tecmo Bowl as a kid. It's a beautiful auto of his. I showed this in the Mike Tyson piece some time ago. But just gorgeous pieces. But I'm going to run through these cards as fast as I can. Kind of want to show you everything. I'm going to start from least to probably the best that I have. And I don't have any Tiffany's, so if you're expecting to see some Tiffany's today, you're not going to see them. But first up, this beautiful 87 Topps. There's some weird lighting going on here. But PSA 10, classic card. I'm going to kind of stick them in the back here as we line them up, rack them up. 87 Fleer, picked this up at a card show, my buddy Big D. Gorgeous card. Bo looks so young there, man. Just an iconic player. 87 Donruss. This is the opening day version in a PSA 10. Another gorgeous card. Again, there's some weird lighting going on here. Bear with me, fellas. We'll try to rack them up here so we can see them all as they stack. Thought it'd be kind of cool to do it this way. And then the regular 87 Donruss in a PSA 10. This is a tough card too, man. This black border. I mean, you guys know any of those dark border cards like that. I've thought about submitting a few. I've got some, but every time I put them under a microscope, I can't see any way they'd ever pass. So when I first got back into collecting, I didn't know much about graded cards, and so I was like, a 10's a 10, right? So in the beginning, I was buying all kinds of like 10s that were all over the place, but this is from Professional Grading Authority. So this is the 1988 Memphis Cheeks Bo Jackson. I don't know if it's Chicks or Cheeks, not sure, but pretty cool card, man. This is a tough card to find. You know, I've thought about, do you bust it out and submit it to PSA? I don't know, man. It's a pretty card. So honestly, it's kind of cool that I bought all over the place in the beginning. It almost makes me not want to part with it for that very reason. Up next is this beautiful 1990 Broader Bo Jackson Raiders Royals. Just a sweet card, dude. Look at that. Just sick, man. Beautiful. Again, all over the place. This is a GMA 10. Still a very cool card to me. Doesn't fit real good with the perfect fit sleeves, let me go ahead and tell you. Another GMA, the 89 Pro Set. Bo Jackson rookie. Just another, you know, iconic card here. Just one of the few football cards of his I've got. I don't have a whole lot of his football stuff. So 2014 Allen and Ginter, Bo Jackson. I just really, really like this card. I'm a big fan of Allen and Ginter's. I just think they're just Ginter, however you say it. I love the way they look. I love the artwork of it. And just kind of how it just basically sets that card into that kind of motion for that. Let's see if we got them all in there. Not quite making them all on there. Might have to do some rearranging. So then, this is another thing that I got caught up in the beginning with, these BCCGs. So Beckett, and this is the 89 score, and it's in a 10. What I'm interested in, and at some point in time I'm going to do it, I'm going to break this card open and send it off to PSA and see how close it was to that 10 that they say it is. But a really cool card. Up next, get into the PSA grades. Back to those. So 89 Upper Deck. Another gorgeous card. Love the 89 Upper Deck set. Probably just, you know, really just a groundbreaking set for what it brought to the game. And then this card, I've shown this in a video before. So just a beautiful 1990 score. One of my favorite Bo Jackson cards. Gonna put it front and center there. Get into a couple more graded and then ungraded here. So I'm gonna save one card for last because there's a little story behind it. So this is one I want to submit for grading. You can see it's a little bit off center, right to left, left to right, however you say that. But this is his Topps football rookie. This is the 88 Topps. I tell you what, you find one of these in a 10, they're pretty costly, man. They'll light you up to buy that card in a 10. I've shown this. This is always in the background. Just thought it'd be a cool card to put up here. Not graded, but that Bow Breaker, just a sweet card. So a couple higher end pieces, the 86 Donruss, Bo Jackson in a PSA 10. Donruss, the rookies. I just picked this up recently. Another really, really tough grade. This card is not easy to grade at all. That green border, a lot of centering issues on those. Very, very sweet card. And just picked this up recently. Really, really proud of this one. Love it. The 86 Topps Traded. I just think this card is so cool. That pose with Bo Jackson. That black and white with the blue, the royal blue. Just a beautiful card. You can see that the back of this card is just, this is a gorgeous card, man. Just beautiful color to it. Hard to believe that was 86. So last but not least, to kind of top this off here, this card here, a little story behind it. So haven't got the auto authenticated. You can kind of see it is a very different auto if you compare it to the one that I have in the background. I'm not saying it's fake. I'm not saying it's real. I don't really know. But what I can tell you is that this card's really old. So what happened is, when I first got back into collecting, I do a couple of Craigslist runs every now and then. And I picked this up at a guy was on Craigslist here in Asheville, and he said he had tons of old baseball cards he wanted to sell. So I get over there, and it's a lot of sets and nothing really special. And then I'm going through them all, and I'm like, and I get to this, and I'm like, Bo Jackson auto? And the guy was like, yeah, so my dad used to sell hip replacements, and we were all at dinner one night, and Bo Jackson came over, and he was interviewing with my dad to see if that he wanted to go forward with their hip replacement device. So he wasn't, I don't think he was with Stryker. I can't remember the name of the company. It was a company I'd never heard of, but they ended up not putting the hip replacement in for Bo Jackson. He ended up going in a different direction. But the guy claims that that night while he was there, he signed this card. So one of these days I'm going to get it authenticated. But that's the Bo Jackson graded cards that I have. That's a really sweet looking shot of that. I appreciate you guys watching. I got a lot of other stuff in binders of him, but this is like the higher end stuff I have. More to come on this, but definitely a fun collecting side piece because this is my side girl. Peace.